Hi guys, and welcome back to Strive to Survive. So, as much as it pains me to say so, the area around the column that we built in the last episode down into the nether, there's nothing really there. There's, well, I shouldn't say nothing really there, but nothing of use to us really resides there. So, this episode, we're not going back there. I've actually done a lot more exploring since we did that, and I found that the only way that we haven't gone, so if we go up to the top of our little tower here, eventually, yeah, the only way that we haven't gone is to the right. So that's to the vast ocean, to our village. This is to the mining expedition and our tower. This is to the Season 1 beach for some reason, and we haven't gone this way at all. So rather than go through all the trouble of making a tunnel and it leading to nothing, I decided to do a little bit of exploring on foot in the nether. And, well, suffice it to say, I found something. So that's what we're doing this episode, is we're going to go over here. And I've used dirt blocks because dirt doesn't occur in the nether naturally, so it's a pretty easy way to tell where you've been. Dirt blocks and, well, I don't have any torches, so we're going to have to grab some torches, but dirt blocks and torches to mark the way. So as you can see, we're going to be going out that way. So let me go grab some coal, because I don't have any of that either. This trip was poor planned. And then I'll meet you guys right back here and we'll go discover what's over that way. So see you in a bit. Alright guys, we're back, and you can see I've got a whole bunch of torches now, so the good news is those, well, you can see there's a bunch of quartz over here. Those zombie pigmen from the last episode are not angry with us, even though I crushed one of their friends with gravel. So, you know, suffice it to say, I feel like that's partially his fault for standing under it. But if we just follow this little path here, and it wasn't all this nice to begin with. I've made a little bit of corrections to it to make it a little bit easier to get around. But if we keep following this path and follow our little torches in the general direction that is to the right of our base, and we can get some free glowstone there basically. Let's see, we'll go down this way, just keep following the torches. And you can see I did do a little bit of tunneling here, but for good reason. Yeah, so that is a Nether Fortress. We could tell because it's made of nether bricks there. It's surrounded by some soul sand. So we're going to head inside, hopefully. That's the plan anyways. And I think the easiest way to do this is going to be bursting through this wall. Now, nether fortresses can contain a bunch of pretty evil enemies. One of them being a blaze, which is actually why we're here. We're here to get a blaze rod so we could start a brewing stand. They can also include contain wither skeletons, which are very nasty enemies. So hopefully we do not run across any of them. But let's just kind of explore our surroundings here. And we'll use torches to mark the way. As long as we don't anger these zombie pigmen, we should be okay. And we'll put 2 torches on the wall here so we know that's the way back. So you can see what in an actual nether fortress, everything's made of these bricks. Because it's kind of sunken into this wall, that's why we're getting this nether rack on the outsides of it. So this actually over here is not part of the nether fortress. If it was actually part of it, it would be made of these bricks. So I'm just going to ignore any of those spaces like that. We can see there's a magma cube up there, and those may actually be wither skeletons. And I'm almost 100% that they are. So they're skeletons with swords, and they are very, very nasty, but not that bad at range. And there's also a blaze there, you could see. So we'll just try to take them out like this, because honestly, if they get close to us, they're gonna wreck us. Get out of here. Stop taking the shots. There we go. Yeah, so we saw there was a blaze over there. I don't know why I'm not just hitting this guy with my sword. And it looks like, well, they dropped their sword, but that's about it. I was hoping for a wither skull out of that. You can see this fortress is pretty extensive, so we're just going to keep exploring it. Remember, we're down here for Nether wart. Ooh, that's a blaze spawner. You saw it go off as soon as we got close to it. We've got to be pretty careful about how we assault this, because one blaze is not too big of a threat. Multiple blazes definitely are. The good news is, down in the Nether, almost everything can be shot at with the bow. You can see these guys don't stand much of a chance against my arrows. We just got to be careful that we don't hit any zombie pigmen that could be close. And let's go ahead and light this up. There's a blaze rod. There's actually 2 blaze rods. We're going to get away from that before any more can spawn. Because you could see that lighting it up did basically nothing. And they like to throw those little fireballs at us, and those pretty much hurt. So we're gonna just take them out if we can. No blaze rod, so I'm not even gonna bother. There's another wither skeleton down there, so this is a very not good place to be, because basically, and there's a ghast down there too. Oh shoot. So you can see he cast Wither on me, which is a very, very potent attack. Yeah, it can kind of wreck your health and make it where you can't even tell how much health you have. So we're going to try to stay away from them. They're pretty mean. And I'm going to back up a little bit because I don't want to take any more damage, because they seem to be spawning in rather quickly over there. And I think let's try going this way. Yeah, good. There's another path over here, and you can see now there's zombie pigmen down there. I'm gonna just block this off for now, because I don't want those wither skeletons coming after us. And we'll head down this way. That's kind of different. I've never actually seen glowstone inside the fortress before like that. And there's more blazes down that way. And we're kind of looking for like these stairwells here, because that's where normally at the bottom of these you'll find some nether wart. So hopefully we'll find some around here. We're just going to do some more exploring. Dude, that sounds like a blaze. And I'm not sure how thick this wall is, but you can see that the fortress kind of goes back into it. So it's worth digging a little bit in just to see if it leads to anything. But it kind of looks like it doesn't. So looks like that's kind of a dead end back there. Let's make sure we're well fed just in case we run into any more wither skeletons. And let's just kind of get rid of that guy. Yeah, so one of the achievements is to shoot the ghast's missile, or whatever you want to call it, back into himself, and that's what we just got. You could also smack it with a sword and it'll go back toward them. Yeah, let's head this way. Looks like there's another blaze spawner over here. And there's quite a few blazes up here. And I think we'll actually try to eliminate this one. We do need some blaze spawners, but we don't need a bunch. There we go. So that one's down. And we'll light up this area. just so we know we've been here. Now this is all netherrack fencing and nether bricks. We can make these out of all the netherrack that we've been collecting so far, or we could come up here and just kind of rip this place apart. Oh no, no, there's another wither skeleton there, and he's protected by zombie pigmen. And when I say protected, I mean we're probably going to shoot an arrow at him and it's going to end up hitting something that, like, if we aggro all those zombie pigmen right now, it's not going to be a good thing. So that's why I'm kind of blocking off the areas like that. So we'll just kind of head down this hallway. Hopefully it leads to something. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. It kind of looks like it doesn't. Yeah, kind of doesn't. So we need to get over to one of the bigger parts of this fortress and see if we can't find some nether wart. Because now that we have our blaze rod, without the nether wart, we still can't really do much. So let's head over this way. And we know that that intersection there is full of wither skeletons, so let's see where this will take us. Kind of eyeing this area right here, because it looks like there would be some stairs there. But we're going to have to get to there first. And as you can see, there's not an easy way down there. But maybe if we dig far enough over this way, we can kind of make ourselves a way down. And I'm going to try to build this up like this to protect us from gas, since this is kind of a narrow stairway. And then what we'll do is we'll just place some more torches there. What I'm worried about is getting into this nether fortress and getting lost, because you can see it's pretty extensive. So it's definitely a possibility that we could get lost inside this thing. And that just would not be a good thing. So we're going to try to burst through this wall right here. Let's see what happens. Do I have another pick? I do, but it's my really good pick. Well, we're going to have to use it. There we go. That's outside. We don't want that. Is this also outside? That is also outside. So there's another. This is definitely probably not the best place. Oh yeah, that's this was not a good place to really come up, but we're here now, so let's just see what exactly is down here. Ooh, magma cube scared me. So you'll find some of these, and this is actually perfect because we need to refill our lava bucket. Thank you. We'll take that with us. And whoa, we'll put a torch there. But yeah, so we're still looking for nether wart, and usually, ooh, wither skeleton. Thankfully, our bow has knockback. And let's get down these stairs. Yeah, as you guys can probably tell, I do not like fighting wither skeletons. They pretty much creep me out a lot. So if I sound jumpy, it's because I am. so we know that's the way back. I'm generally staying by these staircases because I'm pretty confident that we'll find nether wart at the bottom of one. No, not this one, but this is a good place to recuperate our supply of torches, because as you saw, we blew through a ton of them already. So I'm gonna do that. That way, when we're in combat, we won't have to deal with it. Okay, so let's head back up. Hopefully, no more wither skeletons up here. And we'll head down this stairwell. And this one leads to nothing. So, no luck so far, guys, but I'm confident that we're going to find something useful down here. Did we already go this way? I think we did a little bit. Ah, this is what we're looking for. So see, at the bottom of this stairwell, there is nether wart. So we're going to grab as much of this as we can carry. Now remember, we've already got soul sand somewhere. Yeah, soul sand. So we only really need the nether wart. You can see just how slowly we move on this. So we're at another exit of the portal there. And we're going to head up, we're going to explore a little bit more, and then hopefully no more wither skeletons. There's a couple wither skeletons right there, actually. And a nice little pair of gas to welcome us. Yeah, let's get out of there. All in all, that area is pretty dangerous. And now that we're actually carrying some things of value, I'm actually going to switch to my bow, just in case we run into any more skeletons. Oh, great. So there's a blaze at the top of the stairs, which in and of itself isn't a terrible threat. But combined with the fact that we saw wither skeletons right here, makes me pretty concerned. And since we don't have a potion of fire resist, when we get hit with that, it could do a ton of damage. So let's just move through here as quickly as possible. And try to get out of this base in one piece. And I don't remember if this is where we came down or not. You're angry? Why are you so angry? We didn't even do anything to you. Ah, blaze. Yeah, so fighting in a Nether Fortress can be pretty intense. Okay, so that's where we came up, actually. So we know that blaze is somewhere close to this. Ooh. I was afraid that was the edge there, to be honest. How many arrows? 19. We are going to need to get out of here pretty quickly, because that could happen. Come on, fire, you can go out. Can I have my... So you can't melee the blazes. They don't really like that, though. Okay. So he's down. Let's see if we can't get out of here. Now we're going to have to come back to this fortress in the future. But right now our goal is to get out of here with our loot. Safely. And then assess what we actually managed to gain. And let's eat our steak. So we're pretty much at the edge of the fortress now. This is where we came in originally. And we got another blaze over here. There we go. Yeah, so this is where we came in, right over here. So let's kind of assess, well, let's get out of there, and then we'll assess is that exactly what we got from that. So this area back here is relatively safe. We're not going to get any of the spawns back here. We got 6 blaze rods, 37 nether wart, some magma cream. We didn't get any wither skulls despite fighting quite a few wither skeletons. So that's kind of a disappointment, but we did get that lava for our lava bucket, so that's good. And we have our soul sand from the last episode, and we got a stone sword off one of those wither skeletons, which is pretty worthless, but hey, we got it, right? So let's see if we can't get back to our base now with all of our loot. Stay away from us. Get out of here. Alright. So I'm going to head back to base, guys. It should be pretty uneventful, assuming I don't accidentally shoot one of these zombie pigmen. And then once we're back there, we'll plant the nether wart and do all of that fun stuff. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright guys, we're back in the safety of our base. And yeah, as you can see, nothing really happened getting back here. But I'm working on our brewing room, which is what this is going to be. This is actually going to be the brewing room. This is going to be where we're going to grow the nether rack. Or not nether rack, I'm sorry, the nether wart. Yeah, nether rack is the stone, nether wart is the plant. So, there's not really any requirements for nether rack. You used to only be able to grow it in the nether, but now you can actually grow it in the overworld. I still like to keep it in a rather dark place. That's just, I mean, it seems like what it would like. We found it growing under a staircase in a fortress, so if I had to have my guess, as a plant, it probably doesn't like light very much. So I try to accommodate it by putting it in a place like this, which is going to be pretty poorly lit, to be honest. And yeah, well, except for this area right here where I'm going to put glowstone for no reason. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, it's going to be a 4x4 area, and that's basically what I have to do is clear out this, and then I'll show you guys exactly what I'm going to do from there. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're back, and as you can see, I've cleared out that area. I actually went down there and got all the iron as well, and filled in some of the spots that needed to be smooth stone for, you know, the look of things. So I'll show you exactly what sounds like skeleton is having some problems, but I'm going to light this area up using some glowstone. Then we'll get rid of these torches because they're not needed anymore. And then we're going to take our soul sand, which we actually have a little bit of extra. Fill in this area in the middle here, and you can see move a ton slower on this even in the overworld. But yeah, so that's the soul sand. You don't need water for the soul sand, you don't need to till it or anything. We can basically take our nether wart now and just directly plant it in here, just like we found it growing in the nether. There's no light requirements or anything, like we already went over, so that's pretty much our nether wart farm up and running. The other thing that we're going to need, where is that coming from? Something is angry. Outside, maybe? I don't know. But the other thing we're going to need for our brewing area is a lot of water. So what I've done is I've cleared out a little space over here to make an endless water supply. Like that. And I've got to figure out what is making that racket outside or down there somewhere. There we go. I'm always worried when I'm using a bucket like this and I go to close a door that it's going to, there we go. So we can see that's an endless water supply now. That the bucket is just going to spill everywhere. So now what I'm thinking is maybe we could do something cool here. Like that. Just because. Actually, that doesn't work out so well. Because for some reason, quite strange actually. So it appears to be an endless water supply, but if we add that there, then that breaks it. So I'm going to put a light there instead. There we go. So endless water supply and some nether wart growing. And it's almost time to get our brewing stand up and running. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do some off-camera work here. Get this all set up the way I want. Put some chest in, kind of fancify it a little bit. And then I'll catch up with you guys next episode. And we'll look into brewing, some of the potions that you can create. And what we're going to use this nether wart for. So I'll catch up with you guys next episode. Thanks for watching.